up once.
Yeah.
When are we going?
Mercedes out here so confident with their engine wear that they have a peak performance mode out here and another engine setting for qualifying.
Let me send out another round of invites. Let me finish typing this up. Just ready up at the top of the hour.
I like Emerson and Heck got here. They're from the world.
Yeah, buddy.
Damn. So this is... Tubby hasn't picked the car. But it's just...
I haven't put him in the car yet.
I love that as soon as we get rid of Big Boy and Fat Pappy, we get Tubby. We always need our fat guy.
Yeah.
Yikes. Yo, Larry and JPR are on. Fucking join, you fruitcakes.
Okay, you know about Larry. Oh. Man sold the game already.
You're right. I don't think he's lying. Larry's like one of the biggest F1 fans, but the way he like just handles his games, he buys them like and then trades it in like a month later for something that's like on sale or something. Like I don't get it.
He's like one of those people that that buy cars and then fix them and then sell. He just buys things and then sells them and buys things. That's how he does for the games. He buys games for $60, sells it in 2 weeks for 50 or 40.
Let's see. Just scrolling down the list, I'll shoot one out to Caden and Octane. Doubt they're making it. Where the fuck was Neil? He was just on. He was in here. Sorry, go ahead. Yeah, I don't know what happened to him. He was literally in
maybe
the
he's gone
party.
Parking up somewhere else.
Alright. Oh! Neil joined, right? Who is that?
Yep, that's Neil.
Sweet deal. Alrighty. Let me start up the broadcast. Alright, all that. Alright, there's Neil. You'll have the choice. You can go Williams, Racing Point, Haas, or AlphaTauri. Just pick.
Just get in a car.
Is your brake pedal calibrated full square?
Alright, let me make sure the stream went live, and as soon as I can say that, then we can start rocking.
Yeah, Pillar's making sure everything's, just safe, because, this is possibly, it is his dub. He doesn't want anything,
He doesn't want safety cars, he don't want anything messing.
Your brakes actually work many things.
I believe so. But don't quote me on that.
He's checking with everyone.
I believe so.
He's checking with everyone before the race, like, you good? Are you good? You good?
No point asking Cox.
Alright, everybody go ahead and ready up.
By the way, fellas, just letting you know, if you're behind me in the first, second, or third corner, I'm just parking it there. Just like how everyone did up Rouge for you.
Come on, filter.
Oh shoot, tire choice.
Tires.
Yep.
Okay, I think that's gonna work, filter. Jonathan, very funny, mate. Huh?
Bud's very funny.
We asked a stupid question, you got a stupid answer.
Nah.
Oh.
Oh, we raining.
Nice.
Yeah, boy. After last night's Hockenheim race, do we really want rain again?
I don't ever want to see this again. What is gas pedal?
Alright, Hector, I'm gonna lead you in pretty quick. I'm just gonna ask you about, like why do drivers love or hate this track? Alright, let's start rocking here.
Oh shoot, under.
Hello, YouTube, Facebook Live, and Twitch. Welcome to the live coverage of the Extreme World Racing League's Formula 1 Season 4 finale. I'm Emerson Arna, and along with me in the booth, we have our champion this season, Hector Ochoa, and we're here tonight at the virtual Shanghai, China, for the Chinese Grand Prix. This 16-turn course has drivers really loving the circuit or really hating it, and since our champion is up here and he should know best, can you go ahead and describe why that is, Hector?
Yeah, it's a really funny track. Starting the first sector, you end up having that awkward, it's a bit of a cambered first corner, and it's really heavy for wear on the left front, and depending on the setup, whether you have a default setup or an actual setup, you have to be really wary about how you're leaning on the car. And then second sector, the car's balance can be really funny if you have the balance in the wrong area. So you can really lose the car, lose the rear end. Third sector, really nothing to it. But besides that, it's just a weird layout. So it's really weird where you want to balance the car and how much downforce you choose to run.
And that is so. So you'll notice here on the screen, it looks a little different. Just kind of debuting some graphics tonight, just kind of to see how it'll look. These graphics done by Whiplash Media, and I'll just kind of shout them out as I've worked with Pit Stop TV. That's the Pit Stop TV logo on top the scoring there on the left-hand side. Whiplash Media is Pit Stop TV's new parent organization, and they specialize in various sim racing resources, including paint schemes, stream overlays, as you can see here, iRacing camera packs, and more. Whiplash Media is also working on their presence in real racing, such as photography, social media management, and public relations. Make sure you check them out at whiplash-media.com. Whiplash Media, again, I work with them on a lot of broadcasts for iRacing and other projects, and yeah, they really, hooked us up with graphics, make the stream look a little neater. Have a nice bottom line similar to other sports, and yeah, qualifying underway here. We have let's see, many things out. Actually, everybody's out on the track right now for time lapse, and only Troy's out for an out lap. I believe we have the Mercedes of Malico. He's going to go ahead and set the first time lap. That's actually a purple sector, I believe he just set.
I'm the first car. I set a sector there.
I actually thought it was many things.
No.
I was the first car out.
I let most people go by.
Thanks for that confidence boost. Thanks for the attempt anyway.
But yeah, rain. Just saying, if you watched that Project Cars race last night, oh my goodness,
That's
the wide.
hyperextend right there.
Yeah, that's gonna go top of the charts. It's 145.979. We're gonna have, is that the Alfa Romeo coming up next? Yep, that's Neil. Neil's really picked it up here. He's not in the points as of yet because he's been subbing the past couple weeks. He's set a 146, 836. There on the boards. That puts him second out of 2. We have a Ferrari coming to the line. That's Pillars. Yeah.
Better.
1.7 seconds to P2.
Oh my.
This is better.
Oh my.
That was absolutely garbage.
And John Cox with the time, about 3/10 off.
How far is you?
0.316, 3/10.
Yeah, that was shit.
Yeah, time can usually be found in the wetter conditions with a little bit of short shifting and a little bit maybe a wider entry so you can get a straighter exit and short shift on your exit as well.
Cheers, Jeff.
So, yep.
Let's see who else. 4 squares at a time. Many things. We catch up with Troy, our Swede in the league, coming into this. I believe this is turn 14. No, this is 15, heading to 16.
Ooh, many things 6/10 up already, but a bit of a lockup.
Troy goes 5th quickest. Put him ahead of both of the Red Bulls. And yeah, our driver count a little low tonight. You know, this very reminiscent of how last season went. This was actually a pretty good field size for last season.
There's only 1 lap of fuel remaining.
So I'm not. I'm wrecking my own self there with that.
That's
yeah,
what
I'm not.
saying, right?
I'm not disappointed or anything. This kind of just tends to happen as seasons wind down. Yeah. Next week, you see they're actually right there on the bottom line. Make sure you join us next week, 7 p.m. Eastern. We'll be doing, I don't know if you know kind of how the NASCAR All-Star Night kind of goes. We'll have 2 races next Sunday, shortened events, or at least one will be shortened. It'll be, we'll have the best of the rest GP. And we'll kind of take everybody who has not won an EWRL F1 event before, and we'll all throw them into a Grand Prix, and those podium finishers will then move on to the All-Star Grand Prix, where it will have drivers who have all won Extreme Mode Racing League Formula 1 events. So in here, that means Pillars is in, and Malenko, and Foursquare, and Hector, who's along with me in the booth. They're all locked into the All-Star Grand Prix. Everybody else will have to... Also, if a new winner shows up tonight, they will be locked in. Anybody who's won an EWRL F1 event before is locked in, and everybody else will be competing for a podium in the Best of the Rest GP.
Yeah, many things to third.
Wait, is the track drying?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, the rain stopped.
It got much nicer.
Yeah, it's not enough for dry tires yet though. It's just a crossover point.
Period.
I'll give it a
But the
couple
final
minutes.
could be something, and you know it depends also. You know how many cars are on track to kind of wash that or to move that water out of the racing line. But the final minutes of this session could be interesting. Could we see drivers trying to go on softs, on slicker tires to see if their cars will be able to handle in those conditions? Definitely not the time now, as you said, also. But it would be something. It'll be interesting towards the end of the session.
It'll be a bit of a call to juggle if any of the drivers decide to go on the softer and the medium, because the strategy can vary quite a lot, especially on 2020 compared to 19, where 19 was a lot more of a one-stop.
You just hear how knowledgeable he is. There's a reason why I'm in the booth and why I've done 4 Grand Prix in the last 40 EWRL F1 races.
Not smart.
50. I've done 4 Grand Prix in the last 50 EWRL F1 races. Yeah, I'm just...
Hey, Tubbs.
Tubby a little close to Malenko, a little, too close for comfort.
Malenko on an outlap. He's going again. As Jake will head into the pit lane. We'll go on board with Malenko. We'll also have Pillars on the outlap. Troy and Neil. Neil's name has loaded in on the left side, but
he's looking good for me. His name's there. He's just driving.
Yeah. Not quite sure why that is.
Pillars just started his lap.
Standing by.
I see Malenko trying to take advantage of this. Could he get his first podium on the season? With a reduced field.
Falkenheim.
Yeah, he brought that up himself. That was something. Hockenheim.
That was meme worthy. Damn, it stopped raining. I'm going slow. Yeah, tragic. I'm mad.
I was gonna say, I think it stopped.
The rain.
Yeah, but I thought there was going to be
gone.
enough to at least like do one lap on this intermediates here.
What's the race
I'm
for?
I'm struggling for grip already on intermediates.
A dry
sorry.
race.
Dry, okay.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
gonna be
Coda's
cloudy
going
towards the
quicker in
end, I
second
think,
sector.
or the start. Don't know which one, but no rain.
You think
But,
the
yeah,
track
the
didn't dry out
only-
that quick?
The only driver in the field who's won a race this season is Pillars.
Cheers, boys. Okay.
Knucklehead's in. He says it's definitely not time for the Inters, but is it time for the Softs? Is this kind of just the weird crossover period where you can't really get a good time down? We'll see what Pillars can do. Coming to the start-finish line. He'll go faster. It'll be a 1:43.539. Let's see how Troy does. Troy, expect to have a little bit more pace. But trying to do that now. Also, Neil is out on the track. He's coming through, I believe this is turn 14.
We'll try with the drift.
Troy's
Yeah,
got
he's really
slipstream.
struggling.
Oh. Yeah, Neil's gonna go ahead and abort his lap. Never mind. 14 and 15. I forgot about the little curve at the end of turn 14. So again, Inter's not looking too well, except for Pillars. He's made the Inters work pretty well.
I told you the first lap was shit.
See, if Troy's able to do anything here, I'm not sure if he's still pushing. I believe he is. I don't think he's going to get back to the start-finish line with a notable time. Yeah, no, not even close. He's just going to go ahead and pull it in here, I'm pretty sure, yeah. So,
Yeah.
how long do we wait?
I would probably wait until about 2.5 minutes.
How long's left, boys?
2 minutes, or no, three. You have 5 minutes, 5 minutes and 20 seconds left.
Oh, cool.
As we ride on the kind of the engine cover of the Red Bull there, looking back at the back wing. On his way through turn 15, now on the way to turn 16 with Foursquare. Is he even gonna complete this lap? It'll be a no. And now we're gonna have a
one right to pit lane.
yeah, it's gonna be a pretty quiet track for a couple minutes, and yeah, it's just the changing conditions.
Oh,
Many things is gonna go out there.
What a jobber.
He's gonna go
more
out.
laps.
I'm trying to
Yeah,
drive the
go
track.
out there. I was gonna say he's gonna go out there and drive the track for
Yeah,
everybody.
that's what I'm. Yeah, I'm just gonna throw these tires away to dry the track.
Well,
Yeah.
if what we heard is correct, that there's not gonna be any more rain in the race weekend, then
It doesn't feel too
Go
bad
for it, I guess.
actually. It's a little more wet around turns 1 and 2 than around as we get to the second sector.
Thanks Jeff Byrne from NBC. With around the track.
Okay.
And Tubby's out as well in the soft.
just gonna help the field out here and get that track dry.
A little bit surprised with Troy's performance right now.
Hey, many
2.7
things.
seconds in 6th.
Just wanted to say
Did
hi.
not expect him to be this
I
far
have
down
to
the
go,
running order.
sorry.
On the other hand, I'm impressed with Jake being up in 5th position right now. And granted, we'll see what happens when these boys bring out the soft tires.
Hey,
somebody
Jake,
heading-
what are you wearing?
He doesn't have a working mic this week, but he should be getting
What a
that
faggot.
for next week, right on time for next season. Yeah.
What a scrub.
Hopefully he's wearing khakis though.
Oh, Manything's actually going to go out for a lap. Will we have enough time to come back around? Fit on? Oh no, he's on stops on my screen.
Yeah, it's probably not the best choice. He won't make it in time for another lap on a clean set.
Yeah, I don't. I figured he would just drive it back into the pit lane.
Yeah, he should've
Foursquare is out there. He's also on softs. Oh, I guess I haven't set to best. Yeah. Never mind. Yeah, there we go. Everybody's fitted a dry set of tires now.
just Malak on the medium tire.
Yeah, interesting. He's doing whatever that man does.
I don't even know what pillars are doing. Seem like the best strat.
I think Manythings is now really backed off this pace here. He knows this is either going to go or it doesn't this next lap. Really just trying to cool those tires off. We'll catch up with Jake on a timed lap in the Haas.
Everyone except Neil, Pillars, and Malenko on the medium tire.
Heck, to look at P2.
Yep, I know.
That's the fastest lap so far.
What?
I did mention.
Manythings said a 136, but that's not a fast dry time. He's gonna get a good
No,
lap in here.
that'll probably be towards the back end of the field at that time.
Oh, never mind. He's retired.
Seems like there's a little bit of a struggle in the conditions right now.
We'll see here. Here comes Jake to the start-finish line. Can he outdo? Top of the chart for Jake for the time being, a 136.0. Yeah, this is a struggle period right now. The track's still damp. We'll catch up with Foursquare on a timed lap as Malenko starts one.
Malenko starting off quite clean.
Foursquare trying to get out of 7th. This is not where we expect Foursquare, considering that he's gotten a 2nd place on the season and was much more consistent last season, but I guess the grid increase has kind of hampered that. But right now, Foursquare trying to go for provisional pole. 15 seconds remaining in the session. Of course, if you start a timed lap, that's all you need to do. Neil crosses the start-finish line now. Everybody has started a timed lap, so nobody will miss the flag.
Malenko about to cross.
Foursquare, yep,
crossing
coming
line.
through 16, and it's going to be top of the chart, a 133.745. I think Neil's in the best position. We'll see what happens now. It's Malenko. I believe Jake is going on another lap. Troy, then Jonathan, Pillars, and Neil will be the order of drivers going for laps here. And here comes Malenko into the hairpin turn 14.
I'm gonna have to say, it's looking pretty tight for top 4. Once these guys
Malenko
finish the
coming.
laps.
Yep, through 16. This looks faster. This is top of the charts for now. On the mediums, a 133.176. Next, we'll have Jake's heading into the pit lane. Next, we'll have the McLaren of Troy. On the softs, this should be a fast one. Oh, this is looking good. That's our finish line. This is going to be a 131.137. Next, we have Jonathan in the Renault, followed by the Ferrari of Pillars and the Alfa Romeo of Neil. This is going to go or it doesn't. Through 16.
Pillars. Yep.
Jonathan goes second. Pillars goes third, and Neil, can he do it? The driest track, he'll go fourth. So it'll be Troy, I believe, collecting his first pole position.
Yep. Took a look at the sector times for Troy and compared them to John Cox, and it was really tight, but Troy had them in the first two sectors, so I wasn't too surprised when I saw what happened at the finish line.
Good to see Troy joining us in the chat. It says, love the ticker, and you love to hear it. Yeah, you have Whiplash Media, Pit Stop TV to thank for via the ticker there. And seeing there on the screen, those are our qualifying results there. That is going to be Troy, Jonathan Pillars, Neil, Malenko, Foursquare, Jake, and many things. The 8 drivers to set times. We're going to get to it here for 28 laps around the Shanghai International Circuit. How about the...
Oh, go ahead.
Go for it.
Oh, no, I was just going to mention, all the guys on the medium tire, they should be pretty much in contention for podiums with a clean race, hopefully.
Yeah, I'm going to assume they're going to go mediums to hards here, while drivers on the softs can't go as long. They could try soft to hard, but they're going to waste a lot of time on the hard, so they probably go soft, medium, medium.
Soft hard does not work at all.
Actually...
Yeah, of course Jonathan uses it.
But do you expect anything else? Gotta lick soft tires for fun.
Thanks. Well, I've seen other drivers on the PC side of things do actually a soft to medium, but you need to be really, really conservative on your soft tire, and at the end of the day, you're still better off doing the medium-hard strategy.
Right, so we're going to get ready to go through our starting lineup here. Let me get... everything right. Neil's name still hasn't loaded in yet, but I mean, I know it's Neil.
Yeah.
So, there's that. But yeah. How about on the front row? The McLaren of Troy. Did not expect him to be top of the charts, considering that Jonathan, Pillars, and Neil were all going for it behind them. All of those three having the advantage of the driest racetrack. There's the predicted strategy there. It's either a one-stop, soft to hards, or a two-stop, soft, medium, medium, or drivers starting on mediums going probably medium hard. We'll see here. Again, Troy, he'll be starting on the pole on the softs. Jonathan will start alongside of him on the front row on the softs in that Renault. Row number 2, it'll be the Ferrari of Pillars on the mediums, and alongside of him, it'll be the Alfa Romeo of Neil on the softs. Row number 3 will have the Mercedes of Malenko looking for his first podium on the season on those hards. Alongside of him, the Red Bull of Foursquare on the softs. Row number 4 will have
Hards?
the Haas. Did I say hards?
Yeah.
I should have said softs, but oh man, this is not
No,
a
hards
good...
for me. You said hards for me.
Oh,
Hashtag
on the
Emerson out, Hector in.
Row number 4 we'll have Jake in the Haas on the softs and many things in the Red Bull on the softs. You see the drivers weaving down the straightaway. They don't look as cool as the other league, warming up their tires on the straightaway. So as the drivers come work their way through 15 and 16 to grid up here.
Do you like my
28
weaving
laps.
Foursquare?
Oh, I loved it.
The run down to turn 1 will be fun, as it's a long sweeping corner, then into a very, very tight
I love
right hand.
Tubby's helmet. He has the helmet of what he probably eats fucking every day, all the time, cotton candy.
Hey, you like my front wing?
Oh my gosh.
Yikes.
My race, I don't expect anything from my race now. I messed it up in qualifying.
So here we go.
Yellow.
Yellow.
Waiting on Jonathan. Okay, all good.
Alright. Here we go. Well, it's time to bring the action. We've got 5 red
Damn,
lights,
those
and
are
it is
some fast
lights out.
lights.
And away we go. Wow, I even got caught out with that Troy trying to get a great start. Jonathan with a better start. Double wide into turn one. Jonathan up the inside is going to get clear to the race lead. Pillars going wheel to wheel with the Alfa Romeo. Neil Malico trying to fit his way in there. Both of the Red Bulls fall 6th and 7th. Jake in 8th. Working our way down through turn number 3. Malico clears there. Pillars clears Neil to 3rd. Troy now, can he get Jonathan back here into turn, this would be 5. Dirty S is now Troy. Already about half a second behind Jonathan. That's the only change of positions on the start. Pillars here just kind of gonna mind his own here, considering he's on a different strategy. Many things in Jake.
Sorry about that, Tubby.
And a swap spots there.
No, I'm sorry.
Jake's went around.
I closed the door on him.
Damn it, many thing.
Yeah,
What a jobber.
whatever.
Look at that shot down the back straight there. Everybody knows the tail. But already 5 seconds separating the top 7, and Jake is almost 10 seconds back off the leader. Not of his own doing.
Troy
Some
already
track
1.2.
extends.
You know it.
I was talking about myself. I wasn't watching anything.
Oh, like literally you threw me and Foursquare as well. Just went off track.
Wait, we already went through a lap?
Yup, sir.
Yep.
Yeah, we quick.
Is your spectating messed up?
140
Yeah,
times we quick.
Spectating, it says,
We're on
Forster
lap
is
3
the
of
leader.
28.
We're on lap
Yep.
2.
Now it's on lap
So,
2.
yep.
It said DRS was enabled. I'm like, wait.
It's
What?
not. It is not, man.
Yeah, we get the predicted tire strategy again, but of course, the mediums, the hard strategy is not on there. Hector, do you have any idea how long these mediums can go? What lap we should expect those drivers in?
I think anywhere from lap 10 to 13 is expected for the medium tire.
Right on. Well, it'll be Jonathan, Troy trying to get a move on Pillars. Not too far behind Troy now. The battle for second rages on. Jonathan, I'm sorry, Pillars trying to get to the inside of Troy. I go side by side down to straight.
Yep, Troy's about to derate really hard. He's got no overtake.
Yeah, this is going to be Pillars with the slipstream. Sure, he's on the button as well. Clears him into the hairpin 14. Troy will try to get the crossover down through 15, but love the camera angles that I can't see anything out of, but Pillars will clear to second. And goes even faster by about half a second on the mediums. DRS now enabled.
John Cox is really Friday on strategy now.
Has he realized it?
Probably not.
Burst his eggs.
I mean, the only shot John Cox has is going onto the medium tire quite early, but either way, he's going to be a pit stop gap that he needs to make up against Pillars, which is going to be really tough.
What lap do you point the box on, Foursquare? So we
It
don't
says
come.
6 to 7.
Okay. I'll come in 6.
Okay.
You love the teamwork. Again, the only pair of teammates in the race today. Having to work out their strategy so they do not stack one another in the pit lane.
Ooh, Pillars already up by another 2.5 tenths.
Yeah, we're going to ride on board with Pillars. They'll have DRS there. That time through DRS detection, I believe that was turn 11 that he caught detection in. And now to straightaway we go.
Watch the random of John Cox on the exit of that carousel, and his car really washed out, so already his soft tires showing some degradation.
Many Things, Malico trading spots, 5th for the Red Bull of Many Things. As Pillars went to the race lead there on Vereno. Watch that. Oh, into the pit lane already. And Pillars with a faster lap, a 1:34.923. Troy is in as well. Is this soft to hards?
There's no way. There's no reasonable explanation to go into hards.
I can't. Why are these drivers actually just having to pit this early?
It's a possibility considering how hard or how quickly the soft tire likes to degrade, but usually you can get about another 2-3 laps out of it, but considering how much quicker Pillars is right now on the medium tire, it's something to watch for.
Right. So Jonathan, Troy come in, and rather early. Lap 3 was not the lap I expected drivers to come into the pit lane already. And, I hear a lot that the soft tires don't make it around far enough or long enough around here.
Yeah. My set's almost half worn.
Midfield battle, if you will. Many things Malico Foursquare duking it out for third.
Malico still on the fight for a podium position.
And with the strategy, as long as he can keep that car clean, doesn't make any mistakes, should still be in the clear.
Yeah.
What tires have those two gone on to?
Sorry?
What tires have they gone on to?
John Cox and Troy on the medium tire on the 2-stop strategy.
Alright.
No, you don't have to worry, trust me.
You see the lockup there for the Red Bull of many things. Malico not able to capitalize as much as he's wanted to. Neil up the road on the mediums. About 3.5 seconds up on many things. 7 seconds back on Pillars. So it looks like many things actually starting to gap Malico, but I would assume that's more on just the compound difference more than, or maybe Malico possibly trying to save those mediums to go as long as they can before he switches onto the hards, but not quite sure the difference in pace there. So I would just assume. Right, but many things going really wide. Those softs being really used now as Malico fights back in the S's. Which I guess would use up the tires the most. Anything's really locking up there. You can see the use of no ABS, and again, those drivers have that option this season. I'm expecting a large rule overhaul in the off season. All the drivers, every rule pretty much is voted upon.
There's no way many things can keep going on these tires.
Oh, he's called a shot there trying to go another lap, but Malico's forced his way almost into the gearbox of the Red Bull. Anything stays out, he's gonna go. Oh, wow, the hyperextend.
This is just holding Malico up at this point.
This could back him up pretty far for pretty much any chance of a higher position kind of goes out the window.
A one-stop stop the hard is really marginal. So, yeah, unless anything's gonna hold up until about lap 8, he won't really hold up to it. Especially with the lockups that can shoot the tire temperature through the roof.
And Malico up the inside there, turn 6 that is, not turn 5. Correct my mistake from earlier.
Jeez.
On out and into the S section, Malico clears to the podium. So the Red Bulls calling their shots should be on in soon. Look at the margins there. They will definitely fall behind Jonathan as the battle for 7th. That is Troy on fresh mediums to Jake's old softs. I mean, that Troy goes right on by for 7th. The Red Bull should definitely fall back to 7th and 8th for the time being. They're going to try to improve upon those spots. Oh, the huge lockup. Many things I believe just needs to come in now. He caught his shot for lap 6, and I think he's gotta. Yep, there he goes. Oh, and he's Hamiltoned it!
I got away with no damage. This is odd.
Oh my gosh.
Many things. What a yoke.
You know,
Go now.
I got away with no damage. I don't know how.
Damn.
I got away with no damage. I don't know how. Damn.
And Jake was in as well.
This is
Jake,
really
fitting the
spikes.
hards. Many things fits the mediums. Oh, replacing the front wing for the Haas as well. Not a good day for Jake, but if as long as he finishes the race, should be scoring points. I mean, does also have to make it within the 90% distance of the race. But that should not become an issue.
And John Cox making big ground on Foursquare on the braking. Should be having him easy on the DRS.
Yeah. The Haas would have to.
Or not.
Yeah, Jonathan goes right on by, but kind of put Anthony into a damper here. He's just kind of got to ride it out now with many things taking the first laps in that pit window. But would this allow Anthony to come in and kind of go for hards?
If he extends about lap 9 or 10, if he can make it, he should be able to go to hards quite easily.
He has not been locking up, and he stays on the track there in turn 16. So I guess that would be his strategy to eliminate a pit stop.
Yeah, he might be able to get ahead of John Cox based on strategy with a one stop.
Yeah, and we do know Foursquare to really preserve tires, and you can see the difference between himself and his teammate. I don't think I've seen a puff of tires. Oh, well, the exit there off of turn 3. A little squirrely there on exit, a lot of oversteer. But we know him to really preserve tires after the phenomenal run at Brazil. 35 or 32 laps on hards? Or 32 laps on mediums, I'm sorry?
Yeah, 32 on hards, I think.
Absolute tire god.
So we'll see how strategy will fare into Foursquare's hands today.
Oh
Traffic
no,
slow.
John Cox going for a mega dive bomb.
Wow, he did get up to third there. He's got 4 lap fresher mediums in Malico. Malico should not be worried. Just 2 different strategies going at it, and the leader of one strategy just goes right on by.
Here's hoping Malico can probably fight and keep John Cox within about 3 to 5, maybe 6 seconds. That way they can stay in the fight for a podium position.
Right. What's happened here is now Pillars has already pulled a pit stop advantage over the podium positions. So it's almost looking like a podium lock for the Ferrari. But it's obviously the top spot that is way more valuable. Pillars has also opened up 6 seconds since we've gone lights out on the Alfa Romeo of Neil. Neil's having a pretty quiet race there in second position. But, you know, that's all it takes to get a podium. Just a quiet, smooth race, and it is soft to hard for the Red Bull.
I've shown that all season.
A quiet second position. Now, first place is out of here. Now it's a quiet lead for you.
So your fault,
Hector didn't feel like going 14 wins on the season. He said, I'll stop at 13. And if you want to know just how bad he dominated this season, 65% of the race wins this season went to Hector.
I think that's higher than the 19 out of 30 something in terms of percentage, actually.
That is
Quick
higher.
math.
It is 19 out of 36 was the NASCAR Season 1 champ, Tyler Camp. Those were some dark times.
Oh my gosh, I can't focus. What am I doing?
Yeah,
Yeah,
my
too bad we
highest
don't-
win percentage for a season was only 50.
But, yeah, too bad we don't have the AWS graphics package to type up the radio transmissions. We hear many things mumbling over there. But, something along the lines of can't focus. And I could see that, you know, this again, a smaller field size than normal this season. This was pretty normal, actually on the good side of fields last season. But that being said, there's not that much competition. Everybody's pretty spread out. The midfield battle is not as prominent as it is most weeks with the larger grids, and it would be easy, you know, for most drivers to kind of lose focus, and you just kind of have to keep telling yourself that, you know, you got to fight to make this strategy work. So we complete lap 10 of 28 here, Pillars. As this would be almost 16.5 seconds the advantage between himself and Neil and the Alfa Romeo. Almost pulling a pit stop advantage on the rest of the grid. Which could spell bad news, showing that he could probably pull in for fastest lap towards the end of the Grand Prix.
Don't tempt me.
Well, Hector's already done it like probably multiple times this season, so.
Yeah, I know. It's annoying.
I still regret not doing it at Austria, honestly.
Yeah, I still regret it. Man, you had about 13 wins. Do your shit.
The battle for fourth now rages on. Malika on older mediums than Troy. Troy on 4 lap fresher mediums than Malika there. And into the S's, you'll see Troy just have a lot more grip, really closing in the mid-speed corners. Here, these slower speed corners, Malika is able to just kind of park the bus on the apex and try to fend off as long as he can. But coming up to DRS detection here, this turns into wow lunge from the McLaren. This is turn 11, the DRS detection there, that stripe. And you'll see the back wing open up here on the back straight for the McLaren, and whiz right on by the Mercedes. You know, if he could get an exit out of turn 13, my goodness, that was a terrible turn 13 exit for the McLaren. So scratch all of that.
Right,
Well, maybe the front straightaway here.
Looks like it's time to just save the tires.
That's Formula 1 in a nutshell.
Yeah. I have an idea in mind. No. Foursquare's gonna catch and pass me.
Your idea now should be to just stay out of last place.
Yeah. Well, that's part of it, but I have a specific goal in mind.
The Mercedes and the McLaren still going wheel to wheel here through that tight and twisting set of corners to start on our way to turn 6 here. The heavy braking's on a hairpin, which the Mercedes has preferred line. The crossover here shows the McLaren on the right-hand side of the road. To turn 7, the Mercedes still has the preferred line. McLaren can get a better arc here if he lets the Mercedes clear. Can try to get a crossover here through 7. Holding it tight through 8. Nose to tail still. Malika just trying to park the bus on the apex. Troy not trying to be too aggressive here to not damage his front wing, but does desperately want to get around the Mercedes. Malika, of course, in a race of his own still, should be fighting for positions. Troy to launch to the inside. Malika gives him a little bit of space. DRS detection still has the McLaren in the second position of this battle. All over the curbing there in turn 13. Can McLaren get a better exit this time? Yes, he'll have the slipstream and the DRS as soon as you get to the DRS line there. And he should blow right by the Mercedes this time, riding on board with the McLaren. Easy P4, but Malika will fight back in the braking zone. He'll outbrake the McLaren and back into 4th. Still duking it out wheel to wheel through 15. On the way to 16, a 5-second penalty for speeding into the pit lane for Neil as Malika heads into the pit lane. Pillars in as well. Jonathan takes over the race lead.
Come back here, boy.
Yeah, John Cox is done.
I 'Cause 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 ' Ooh, he's hard to like us.
You're RG'd at this point now.
Now that'll be fun for Neil to have an added penalty a penalty added to his race time there. Oh, that would be about 20 seconds they add, right? Or will it be just the 5? I guess just the 5.
Yeah, it should be just 5 seconds.
If for whatever reason he boxes again, it'll be added to his pit stop.
Of course, I don't see Neil going for a stop unless he wants to go for a fastest lap and has a pit stop advantage. Would also have to keep in mind those 5 seconds. See, but Pillars comes out 1.3 seconds and a 30-second time penalty for the Haas of Jake for multiple warnings.
John Cox really needs to get a move on if he wants to make anything out of a 2-stop strategy, but it's going to be really difficult. I don't see it happening.
Yeah, holding on pretty nicely for now. But that's until the hard tires kind of equal out here.
Yeah, I don't give it more than 3 laps, 4 laps. By then he'll have to pit for a softer tire, or the medium tire, have it fresh for the next couple laps and take advantage of it.
1.2 seconds advantage now. He's gained a tenth of the Ferrari of Pillars. Troy in the 3rd position, but on the other strategy, Neil 4th, Manyfinks 5th, Maliko 6th. You have the different strategies kind of pairing off here. Several different strategies, up to 3 now in the race.
Fuel target is +2. Let's move to mix 2 or 3.
Something that would make it really interesting is if Pillars gets ahead, he gets a nice gap. Maybe towards the end he can have a go at the fastest lap, because by the end of the race they'll be pretty equal on pit stop if he, you know.
And that's what I'm saying. On his strategy, he's got a pit stop advantage, and of course, Neil with the 5-second penalty would help his case there as well. But it's not the other strategy and where they will be positioned on the track. I kind of mentioned that a little bit earlier, but we cross halfway at 1:34.902 on the hards for the Ferrari of Pillars. So he has it already, but it would be just covering off somebody doing it at the end of the race.
Yeah. Suppose if he wants a safe and easy one, he can just cruise to the end of the hard tire. He doesn't have to worry about John Cox anyways.
Right. Totally different strategies here. Of course, he's going to almost take the lead here before he has to make his second pit stop. Jonathan does.
The race for the podium ought to be interesting, but I think Neil, even with his penalty, should have it.
Yeah, Maliko had to fight the other strategy quite a bit, and has really put him deeper into further behind the Alfa Romeo than he's liked. But at this point, Maliko could try to put his head down, try to gain some time there. But you see Neil coming through turn 8 as Maliko just exits turn 6. So large gap, not impossible, but definitely something that
Cox with the squeeze.
Yeah.
I'm happy you noticed that as well, mate.
Around the outside and clear to the race lead once again, the Ferrari of Pillars.
Cox seemingly not too happy about getting outdone with the different strategies, so a bit of a, not left him a car's width, but everyone knows that was actually a little marginal.
1:34.721 now for the Ferrari of Pillars, and that's overtaking a driver doing that. On a caution in Sector 1, that's the Haas of Jake, just, I guess, letting them by. Yeah, that would be it. As Troy is heading to the pit lane to maybe try to undercut Jonathan pretty far back to maybe have an effect on that, but... Be racing Maliko here on pit exit here. This This could be bad because I think Troy's going to go to the end.
Heck?
Yeah, Troy would try to go to the end here. This would be about 14 laps on the mediums. Oh, and a nudge! The battle for 5th is going to get spicy. This could be the battle for the podium. Malenko's first podium on the season could go in jeopardy here on the final race of the season.
Malenko's a little bit too far off for a podium at this point. By the way that the race is looking, it should be. Let me see.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Jonathan can make his second pit stop, and yeah, the podium almost looks out of reach.
Yeah,
you're correct.
It should be Pillars for the win. If the race goes by cleanly, it should be Pillars for the win. John Cox should be basically in a stalemate in second. He can't really make any ground with another pit stop, and then Neil somewhere in the middle.
Right.
Judging by interval, many things is 11.2 seconds behind, and with 8 laps on his medium, he still has to make a pit stop. Troy on the fresh tires, and Malenko on the hards.
Yeah, he just blew right on by for P5, and now has a shot at P4. Many things, big lockup, going way wide.
I think if Troy gets his head down and gets some good lap times together, he might be in the shot to capitalize on Neil's penalty.
Yeah, that is an major short pit right now on Jonathan. Now Jonathan will easily be able to have the advantage of the way fresher tires, but already a couple laps of a short pit.
Yeah, Jonathan needs to pit this lap if he wants to make full advantage of his fresh mediums. He's already extended distant enough. There's no need to go any farther on these used tires.
Purple sector 1 for the McLaren, whizzing right on by many things.
Okay, we've lost a position. That's us down a place.
Purple sectors for Troy.
Yeah, Troy's going to go for fastest lap here, which then I guess would pull Pillars in to try that once he gets a pit stop advantage.
Man, what is John Cox doing with the strategy? He's still out on those tires.
Is he trying to go to softs? That would...
His tires will blow up by then.
Yeah, exactly. The soft tire is like Parmesan cheese.
But at this point, I don't see why you would stay out this long. And of 134, 455 for Troy, the medium compound on the McLaren. I can't see why Jonathan would stay out like this to go to the mediums unless he was trying to stay out another 5 laps to go for the softs.
Well, whatever
it's
time...
not.
Go ahead.
I guess it wouldn't be 5 laps. I guess it'd be maybe 3 more laps to try to go softs, to trying to make it 8 laps like the Red Bulls did earlier, but...
I think however many more laps, if he stays out, like, say, 3 more laps and takes the soft to the end, that time that he should be gaining on the soft, in theory, will be negated by the extra laps he spent on these medium tires, so he's cooked his strategy if he keeps going and goes for the soft at the end.
But do you expect anything else from Jonathan's strategy?
Nope, not at all.
And he's staying out again. I have to say he's probably going for the softs. There's no way he's going for the mediums still.
Goes for the hards.
I don't think it'd be that bad. His strategy's bad, but I can't see it being that bad. Jake heads into the pit lane. This should be his final stop. Probably another fresh set of mediums and calls it a day in terms of strategy. If he can finish the race, it would be Jake's first points on the season. Neil, we need to clarify post-race if he's subbing it out for Mayo this week or running for his own points, but right now in third, I mean, his own points wouldn't mean too much, especially for this season. I guess it wouldn't mean much for Ben as well. Has a 100-point advantage over the driver behind entering today, and had almost a 100-point disadvantage to the driver ahead of him.
Seems like Troy is making mincemeat of that gap, and he's down to about 7.3 seconds.
Yeah, he's really pushing Neil, and again, he only needs to gain about 2 seconds instead of gaining those 7 seconds. Now, will he be able to hold it would be a different question. You see the intervals there.
Judging by how many more laps that need to go on, it's going to be really difficult for Neil to defend. And if he didn't have the penalty, he would have a little bit more of a fighting chance with 9 laps left. But yeah.
So the points you see on the ticker right now, those are the points right now. Once the Jonathan inevitably comes in for his pit stop, I'll go ahead and update those points to be live points. But of course, anything still can happen. Those would be points at the moment. Just so many changes in position would happen with a pit stop. Actually, I think Jonathan can come in and well, I don't know. He has the 25-second. I'm really confused on what the Renault is doing.
At this point, there's no way he's not going to go on the soft tire. But I still believe that he should have pitted about lap 2 or 3 laps earlier and gone for the medium and not really killed his strategy.
Yeah, Troy is now about 0.4 of a second out of taking over that podium position. And Troy, he has made huge gains in points. Again, a podium position would skyrocket him from 12th and almost put him in 10th position in points. I mean, how wicked would that be in 6 races to make the top 10 in the points? He'd be 11, but if he were somehow able to get the win, he'd be 10th in points. And, well, no, he wouldn't get to 9th, because Jonathan is also under. Jonathan's at 9th in points. I guess if some reason Jonathan were to DNF and somehow Troy was to win the race, Troy could take over 9th in points. I think that's wicked. That's just kind of how much this season, the difference in speed and consistency this season is far and few between.
Hopefully John Cox is going for the soft tire and the fastest lap because there's no really other plausible thing.
Jake has fit a set of softs. Can those softs make it?
It'll be marginal, but
to the
it'll
end.
make it.
I think he's going slow enough.
I was going to say, I don't believe he's pushing at all to really put those softs at jeopardy. What we're starting to notice here is Neil is starting to gain on Jonathan, which could put his pit stop advantage ahead of the Alfa Romeo in jeopardy. It's down to 24 seconds. It was at 25.
Yeah, John Cox into the 37s right now, 37.0 on lap 19 and 37.5 for lap 20. Neil catching is in 36.
I'm sorry, what?
Jonathan Cox lighting up the timing screens.
Oh.
Oh my god, he hasn't boxed again. He's losing like a second of that to me. What the fuck? Honestly.
You know what's bad when your competitors are upset.
Well, I'm not being funny. He raced here a week ago. He knows what the best strategy is. That's why it's annoying.
He's really cutting it close on losing the pit stop advantage. Well, it's down. It was under 24 seconds. They're 23.9.
Imagine going this long so you could pit off on the end to get the fastest lap real quick, but not be able to get the fastest lap because he's behind the McLaren and a Alpha.
You know, if I was pros right now, if he sees John Cox pit, I would pit as well, just to steal the fastest lap off John Cox.
I'm pitting the lap after he does.
Yep, I'll let you know when he's pitting.
with that.
Gotta love the commentator is also the race engineer for
I
the
was gonna be
Ferrari.
like, what kind of a hiree is this?
You go get him, race engineer Hector. Out here winning races as a driver and a race engineer.
My goodness. What camp is Matt
Pilas?
at to his to his resume?
Thanks.
Okay, Pilas pronto. John Cox in the pit. John Cox in the pit.
AstroTurf.
Actually, though,
No, he's not in the pit this lap.
no. I was watching. I'm like, is he trying to go to the end on these mediums?
They'll puncture before he makes it, so.
The pits at the end of this lap.
You think he can't go? Oh yeah, 6 more laps. Yeah, that one's rough.
Yeah, a soft medium is possible, but with his stint length on the soft, he was not going to make it. And on top of that, with the controller, you have more wear, and you don't really know what the wear difference is like on setups. But while a soft to medium is possible, his stint on the soft was not long enough to make this possible. So he will puncture.
Many things back into the pit lane. This is softs. I thought many things would try to make it on those tires. He was 6 laps fresher than Jonathan, and there's 6 laps to go. So he would have made it if he wasn't pushing. But knowing many things, he was locking up all over the circuit, and he wasn't going to make it on those mediums.
What Hector is right now is like when they call into the team principals mid race.
Yeah. They were talking to the Racing Point team principal today.
And they just call into Toto or Christian Horner mid race. That's what Hector is right now.
Oh my God, he's still going. This is so painful for me.
He has to be going to the end or going to the last moment to try to get the freshest softs, or I don't know.
I think
he's lost his pit stop advantage, I believe.
How old are his tires?
19 laps old.
Bruh, those are mediums.
Yes.
Yes,
Oh
that's
my
what I'm saying.
God.
You could have made it on, but you gave it up to your teammate. What a sweet guy. You gotta thank him, Anthony.
Well, we know Foursquare. It was just he's
Yeah,
best on his tires. He was thinking his throw.
I was considering going to the end because if I did,
I'm just like, you saw many things. There's no way he was making it, even if he did go an extra lap.
I could have gotten P6 in the standings right there if I just kept the tires to the end, but looks like it's only P7 for me. Dang.
I think
Hey, you're a bad kid.
Malin co-op.
if John Cox isn't already at puncture territory, I think he might just bait pillars into pitting lap 27, 26.
Man,
If he hasn't punctured by then.
I guess that's really it. He's just trying to hope Pillars maybe tries to pit for fastest lap. I cannot see how this works.
Out on the mini map, it looks like Pillars is close to a pit stop advantage.
Yeah, he's 15 seconds ahead
It's
of John
15
Cox.
seconds, yeah.
Pillars could easily pit for the soft tire.
Pillars may be able to just flex on him and make an extra pit stop on him.
Yeah, he could. But it's gonna be really tight for that. He's gonna need to have about 2-second delta.
Hector, how long's the loss on a pit lane here?
It's gonna be about 23 seconds, I would say. 22, if you're safe. So you'll come out behind him, and you probably won't make that gap back, unless his tires do
Thanks.
puncture. But I think they
I'm
will
going
puncture
for the fastest
personally.
lap point right now. Don't worry.
Well, if anybody else pits, then they have the fastest lap. So
Well, I mean, unless you destroy it,
Yeah, unless you're
which
just
I wouldn't.
bad.
I wouldn't put it past many things to off his car.
Almost did.
Emoji clapping hands. Emoji
Aw,
clapping
man.
hands.
So
emoji
132,879.
Emoji clapping hands.
Will it be enough to hold on to it? Jake, I believe, is going for it.
I lost
I don't
it
know
in the
why he's
sector
going
3.
for it.
I lost it.
Maybe he could surprise us and get it done.
I might just come again.
Oh, Jesus,
try.
it narrates it.
Thank you. Come again.
Honestly, I have nothing to lose.
Wait, I'm just like you're 7th. You actually can't lose the position. You can just
I know.
keep hitting.
I could. I might do it this lap. Though, if like either Foursquare or Malacca crashes ahead of me, then I could.
Me crash only at Hulkenheim.
You're a true Spinadero.
Here we go, the battle for 3rd. Troy trying to clear the Alpha, and he does, so he was going to have the spot anyway, but now he just secures it.
Yeah, screw it, I'm gonna do it again.
So John Cox with a 38.3 for his for his last lap. Pillars right now doing a 34.8. So
I think I'm gonna
if
go
Pillars
left
was
down.
to pit for the fastest lap right now, he could probably make that back with a soft tire.
So the development here is Many Things is trying to get 7 points. I mean, the only way he wouldn't is if he DNFs, but Many Things has 7 points at the moment, 1 point over Troy. It took Many Things all season to beat Troy Salter, who ran 7 races.
Pillars. You've got a 21.5 second gap.
I'm doing it.
This
I'm
man,
doing it.
this man's gonna pit for the fastest lap. Here we go.
It's just Pillars and I right now on a
21.8
time
as
trial.
you cross that corner. 22 right now. 22. 21 point. Yeah, 22. You're good. You're good. Soft.
The engineer from the booth.
He really is.
Perfect. 22.8 second gap.
Perfect.
Past the
Also, Troy Ye, the Swede, will move into 11th in points.
The gap only grew to 23 seconds. He's made a mistake.
He's going up and up and up.
Yep, he's coming, but you'll be fine. There you go. You're golden, buddy.
Oh my god, he was able to box and stay in front of the Renault.
Get
This-
nade.
What
This
a
is-
trash
What a
can.
choke.
Oh
What a
my
choke.
goodness.
Jonathan is the worst driver I've ever seen be fast and good.
He's
I'm
got
just
the
like-
speed, but the
Pillars.
strategy, oh no.
Someone needs
Worst
to
fast driver I've ever seen.
He needs to
Pillars, just
hire
at
a
this point,
strategist
Pillars,
at this
just
point.
just harvest your ERS for your overtake.
Oh, are you doing that, mate? Oh, are you doing that?
Yep,
He
good.
really is a race engineer. It's like Lando before on his last lap.
Strat 7. Oh my
Just
god.
harvest your ARS here. We're just going to be waiting to do the fastest lap here on the next lap.
It's like mo-
Just use as much as needed to keep the car behind you. Behind you. Man, race engineer Hector.
Hector?
Yep.
Pronto?
Pronto.
So, Hector, you know for that, Spoons League we were going to do Auto Club for? Well, do that practice for?
What was it?
On Wednesday.
I'm not sure what you mean.
When we got you to buy Auto Club
yeah,
and
on
that
Irish,
crazy
yeah,
car.
Okay.
So, no, if I invited you to that league, could you possibly, be my crew chief?
Is this a serious question?
Actually, yeah.
Potentially. I just need to know the ins and outs.
Yeah, don't worry.
Oh, there's no compounds in NASCAR, so you got that. It's just
It's just one
Overtake
tire?
on
when
exit.
cautious. What?
It's just
Perfect.
one tire compound?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just tire.
it's just Goodyear Eagles.
Okay. Is there a
Just
dry?
tire.
Is it only dry? They don't have wet tires? Oh, then again, it's ovals.
They have rain tires. They do
I
have
think-
radials, Goodyear radials.
Oh.
I think the next place to best use your overtake is probably harvest it a little bit and then use it off the hairpin.
This is phenomenal. You've got the in-depth analysis here, and of course the live points. Pillars 310 points and about to get his 4th win on the season. Foursquare holds on to 4th, 136 points. Malenko 5th. He would be at 124 points. Many Things with the fastest lap, a 132.836. But he's about to lose it. Many Things gets 7th, 109 points. Jonathan, 9th, 90 points. Troy, 11th, 61 points. Neil, if he were to score his own points, would get 25th. And Jake trying to hold on for 28, but coming off the final corner for the 4th time this season.
No.
That's a beauty.
Pillars is going to
man.
win the Chinese Grand Prix at 1:31.839. It's a max points day.
Damn. Feels bad.
Jonathan really be out here making the medium last though.
Fell all the way down to 17 seconds behind.
That may
Here
go
comes-
24 on medium.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh my god.
I think an
Troy
extra
goes
lap or
third.
two.
The 5-second penalty goes for the Alfa Romeo. Gonna be
Another-
4th for Neil. Malenko comes through turn 15.
Well,
On the way to 16. And it's going to be 5th for Malenko. No podium on the F1 season. Foursquare's going to come home in 6th. 19 laps on the hards. Many Things coming home 7th. Will secure 7th position in points.
as I finish P7. Well, been a tough season. A lot of bad luck.
And Jake comes home in 8th. Driver of the day, Pillars. I mean, to be able to pull a pit stop advantage, you almost pull another one in 2 laps. There's the podium. And I've got nothing. What a beauty one stop, Jonathan, in the comments.
Who said this?
Jonathan.
Oh God! Please, man. I don't want to hear this.
Oh, we're gonna get the interview from him, so.
Smile.
Thanks.
The man just got nay-nayed by his own.
Thanks for
two-stop
sticking it
strategy.
out in my stream. This was a garbage race. Dude. I don't know why you stayed to watch, man.
There it is.
This was
Let's
such a
go
bad
through the
race.
race director, the incidents. Good thing that there's not that much. Yep, we get that there. Here are the results again. Pillars with the win, the fastest lap. It's a max points day. Never mind, it's 311 points for Pillars.
What's the race
Forgot about
director
that.
look like? Oh, jeez.
You know, it'll be Jonathan second, Troy in third,
Could have one-stopped.
Neil fourth. You see no name on your screen. It'll be Malenko fifth, Foursquare, many things. The Red Bull double sixth and seventh. Jake gets his first points, only points on the season in eighth, but finishes the race that 90% mark and gets himself 4 juicy points.
Thanks.
And of course, this.
I gave my
The season
best.
finale for the 4th season of EWRL. We still got to get some post-race interviews in. Of course, Hector winning the title 2 weeks ago in Singapore. Just what a season. I hate that the season ended with only 8 drivers here at the end, but it is what it is. You know, can only do so much.
Lol, thank you. 3.
And it took this long to drop down to this little
That's
of a
P7
driver
in the
count. But let's see if
standings.
we can get some interviews going here. Here. And get Jonathan in. But let's see if we can get a word of our third place finisher, Troy. You got a copy. Alright, so third place, how did you do it?
No problem, you. I shall always support thy friends. 3.
Thanks, man.
All right, so you were on what was it, a 2-stop strategy, correct? And you were really making a lot of time on those moves. You had to compared to the drivers at a 1-stop. How did you feel you compared to the drivers on the 1-stop? You were able to get around the Mercedes who was on a 1-stop. How was it just kind of catching and passing him, and then just making sure you're able to do that again? Yeah. Right, and then did you know that that Neil had a 5 second time penalty when you were trying to catch him? Right on. Well, it was a fun race here. You did not get the win, so you'll be having the race if you join us next week in the Best of the Rest Grand Prix. And all you have to do in that Grand Prix is get a podium, and then you can move to the All-Star Grand Prix, where everybody who's won an EWRL F1 race will be racing, an All-Star kind of race. So, yeah, if you join us next week, that'll be a fun event. I hope you do. But congratulations on the podium here to close out the season, and I guess good luck to you next season. All right, Jonathan, you got a copy?
Copy.
All right. So, what was the thought process behind the one stop that you did, the soft to mediums? That was a rough one stop to pull off.
Yeah, it was a surprise pit stop. It wasn't really like in my strategy process. I was supposed to be doing the two stop, but as I was getting closer and closer to my second pit stop, I was just monitoring my tyres and my tyre temperatures, and I thought, yeah, they're feeling okay, they feel great, and I just thought I'd carry on a little bit longer, and I was just working it out and taking it from there, and I thought these tyres might be able to go to the end, and fortunately they did, only just, and the last five or six laps, my tyres were dead, but I managed to get to the end, and yeah.
At one point, you had a pit stop advantage to third position, or you just kind of focused on trying to get the win. You wouldn't have lost second position at one point. Did you just kind of you wanted to just make it on a one stop, or there at the end you had the option to go in again and just be a little safer with the mediums? What was just kind of what kind of drew you from that?
I won't really like. I mean, I wanted to win the race, but I think Infamous Pillars had more pace than me. I wasn't particularly happy with the setup of the car, but like you say, I did have the option to come in to the pits to be safe, but I just thought I'd carry on, and I managed to get into the end, and I mean, sweating, I was sweating, man, about it, and you were like, geez, we'll get to the end, As soon as it got to the 82% left front, the red exclamation mark came up on my telemetry, and I was just saying to myself, oh no, don't do this now, and fortunately I got to the end, I got second place. I'm happy with second place, and roll on to next season.
Right. Yeah, it looked wild there because Pillars had come in obviously to fit the softs and go for the fastest lap, and you were right behind him. But at the end of the race, you had an 18-second interval. Was that just you just trying to make it to the end?
Yeah, I was just trying to make it to the end. I had a funny feeling that Infamous had come into the pits. But I wasn't going to fight him. Because if I'd have started fighting him, I might have, I don't know, gone into him with my tyres being like the way that they were. So I was just like, basically like crawling. I was just crawling, and but I wasn't going to fight him. There was no point. He was going to be on fresher tyres, I was on worn out tyres, so congratulations to him on the victory as well.
Right.
Mind if I get
so yeah, congratulations on the second place finish. If you do decide to join us next week, again, if you didn't hear me I tell this to Troy, we'll be having like an all-star Grand Prix, and everybody who's won an EWRL F1 race is in that event, or they're locked into that event. But if you haven't won one, you're able to go into the a Grand Prix before at the same time next week, and kind of do like a best of the rest Grand Prix, and the podium finishers of that race will move on into the All-Star Grand Prix. So I hope you come out and participate in that event with us. But congratulations on the second place finish, and good luck to you next season.
Thank you. Cheers, mate.
Cheers. All right, and fourth win on the season, Pillars. It was looking like it wasn't gonna happen, but I do have to say your wins are almost evenly spaced out throughout the season. You got Hungary round 1. You got 3, 5, 7. Round 8, you got Brazil. You got 12. You got round 13 of Australia, and then you got the last round here in China. Almost evenly spread out the 25 to 15 to 75% mark.
What can I say? I'm consistent.
How'd you get this done?
I think my pace from lap 1 was it was better than anybody else today. I think getting Troy pretty quickly helped, and then obviously those guys on the softs. I mean, anybody who starts on softs at China needs their head given a wobble. They don't last. It's just stupid, especially when someone's raced at China before and knows what they need to do, and then don't do it, and then some guy on the mediums absolutely just tears through the field, and the hards felt crap to start with. But obviously the gap came again, and I mean, to do medium hard and then get yourself a pit stop for a set of softs, I don't think I've ever raced like that before, but no, it's good. Instead of having lonely P2, they had a lonely P1, and it feels a lot better than a lonely P2.
Right on. Well, so 4 wins on the season. I'm not sure if you're going to be joining us next season. At the very least, if you're not, I hope you join us next week for the All-Star Grand Prix, which you're obviously invited to with your 4 wins.
I will lock myself in for next season.
All right. Well, love to hear that. I assume there's going to be the rule overhaul with the vote here in the off season, so I believe that would be a big reason you're staying, I guess. How are you?
There's going to be bribes going to everybody for custom setups. Everybody give you account details, come sending money over.
Oh boy! Everybody hearing that now they know what they're going to have to do. And make a quick buck.
Never said how much.
But what is it going to take for you to kind of make that a larger number next season, the 4 wins?
I mean, on this game alone, I feel a lot more comfortable than on 2019. I feel like my pace is definitely a lot better. My whole round kind of racing performance, so my pace over 1 lap and a race, my strategy, the way I think about it as well. Spatial awareness, racecraft, it's all come along over this season, and obviously now, still not going back to work for a while. I've still got that time to kind of get ready for the new season and up my pace and get closer to Hector.
Right on. Well,
but just before we go, I just want to say a big thanks to you, mate, for all your hard work this season on comms, updating the points, keeping all the chat calm, and all the stewards as well. Obviously, League wouldn't be here without you guys, so thanks for everything this season.
Thank you so much. I think that means a lot. I don't think I really hear that people giving thanks to myself and the stewards that much, and that's a little refreshing there, a little neat thing to hear. So I appreciate that. And yeah, I'm pumped. I don't know if you've seen the broadcast yet. It's still up now. I have a little graphics package upgrade for the broadcast. That's looked really nice.
I will be watching it back. And have a look at all the new graphics you've had. So, but yeah, no, really enjoyed the season. Big congrats to all the guys who raced this season, especially the guys who stuck it out when Hector decided to just lap everybody. Yeah, keep going really, but no, enjoyed it.
Right on. Well, again, congratulations on the 4th win on the season, and here's to you next season. Good luck to you.
Thank you. And congrats Hector as well. But you won't have it that easy next year, mate.
Yeah, well, let's not count our chickens before they hatch. We've got Draftus, hopefully, and maybe Ben will raise his game. Who knows what happens. All right.
Only one way to find out, boys.
Yeah. Actually, before we end, I actually have a question for John Cox, and
Yeah.
you're here, right?
Yeah, mate.
As from one racer to another, what was your thought process being on a different strategy to a guy that you know is
Good luck to all
relatively
the
quick,
cool
if
racers.
not probably one of the quickest in the race? What was the thought process between going for an extra stop with harder or quicker degrading tires compared to Pillars, who was basically matching pace and on one stop less, and also the taking the softs only about
Thank you.
3,
They're
4, or
enjoying
5
this
laps. Like,
LOL.
what was the thought process behind that? Because it seemed like you put yourself on the back end of the strategy game here, and you didn't really do yourself any favors.
No, I didn't really do myself any favours, but I knew that I didn't have the pace of
Awesome.
of Pillars tonight. He's a quick driver as well. But yeah, maybe a strategy error, but it's like I say, you live and learn about it, and you learn from your mistakes, and you go on to the next race. So, but yeah,
I'm hoping that the races like these serve as a bit of a learning experience for you, considering even if it's a slower driver, even if, like, personally I know when I'm racing against a faster driver than me, I'm not going to offset myself in any other way besides my own pace. So if I'm against a faster driver, I'll match them on strategy if it's the smarter strategy to do. So I just hope that these races where you've been really off on strategy serve as a bit of a training ground for you to learn from, because it's really upsetting that you've dropped a good chunk of points just because of strategy, not because of your pace. In my opinion, you've been really close on pace, if not as quick as some of the top guys in here, but it's the strategy that's really kind of tearing you apart, and it's something that you really need to learn from if you want to mount a good challenge, at least in the midfield.
yeah, I agree 100%, and I'll go back to the drawing board and I'll learn a couple of things regarding strategy, and hopefully next season I'll be back stronger than ever.
Oh, cool. Hopefully.
Cheers, mate.
Right. Well, you like to hear. I think that says a lot about Hector. That he's kind of just helping out to kind of have a I guess a better grid in terms of raceability next season. I think that says a bit. Like Hector just kind of dominated the season and giving advice. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. I just appreciate that from that standpoint. Let's go ahead. Let me just make sure 2, 4, 6, 2, 4.
We've got
6.
a great grid here, actually. I think we're
Yeah.
a good bunch. I think we'll all help each other out. So I think it'll only get better for next season, lads. And
Right.
Hector,
I'm trying to see.
I swear to you, you're not running away with it.
Calling the shots.
Already, yeah.
Right on.
So we're just promising him he's not going to run away with it, so he's still
It's
so
not
he's still
looking
going to
good to
win. He's just not going to run away with it.
He's not going to win a couple races early, is what he's saying.
Well, I was like, Phil's over here. He's still going to win it, but it's at least going to be a battle.
He's not going to win it. He's not going to win it.
Just saying, I won't drop the same amount of points I dropped in the early season, so that won't happen. If I'm here, then I won't drop those points. I know that now.
Are you fucking kidding me, man? You do this to me every time.
Hey, we'll still have another race at Canada next season, so don't count your chickens before they hatch.
Yeah, well, it goes for you be too many things. We have Bahrain next season too, so like
Ooh, yeah.
I've been practicing my turn 1 braking zones, don't worry.
Oh, it's not just turn 1.
Well,
yeah,
with
you've
the
got a lot
AI.
of turns.
What happened with Troy? Didn't you take him out when you got a puncture?
Oh my god, we don't want to talk about that.
So, for Bahrain, do you want me to, help you out with some, like, what kind of tape do you want? With some, like, for that, function you got there?
If you're gonna get tips on that, then you might as well give up.
What kind of tape do you want for that puncture? Alright, well, I'm gonna go. Let's look at the display capture here. Here's our points table. I have that up on the screen here. Just kind of give you an overview on what the dealio has been this season. Of course, Hector top of the points with 102 points over Pillars. That's him sitting out today. Then you see Ben with 240 points, 173 back. Foursquare and Malenko. That could have been a tighter battle if Malenko actually showed up to France. That would have been something. Droftus comes home 6th. Many Things just beats out Troy Salter, P7, P8 there. Jonathan Cox comes home 9th. David 10th. Troy missed out on P10 in points by 7 points. Belgium, if Belgium would have gone his way a little bit, he probably would have been able to get that. Belgium and France, I guess, a couple spots there would have gotten that.
And if I didn't, if I didn't disconnect.
If only I was still running for Marco's points.
Oh, where would Marco be? Marco right now in 19th with 20 of his own points. He ran, himself at Abu Dhabi and Spain. That's what that is. That was a little harder. TK comes home 12th, Dan 13th. The Haas drivers most of the season. Octane Ryan 14th and 15th. Pappy 16th. Rolo 17th. Victor comes home 18th after running 2 races. Markle 19th. Colton 20th. You see he made, I believe, most of the races this season.
Just bad.
Has anybody made every race this season? Somebody did, and I meant to bring that up. Yeah, Foursquare besides Germany.
No, it would have been Hector.
It would have been Hector. Hector almost made every race this season. I mean, he made
wanted to be
the
a
race.
race engineer. He wanted to get that pity win from.
He's Colton there 20th, and then on down you have Steve and Brian. Caden with the 13 points. Charles, he's run 4 Grand Prix, scored points in 1. Finally scored points last week. France 24th, Volcanic 25th, Devin 26th. Scored 12 points for Red Bull at Spa, and then ran for his own points the rest of the season at AlphaTauri. Jake comes in, ran 3 Grand Prix, finally scored points in the 3rd, gets to 27th in points. Larry 28th, Robert 29th, Aiden 30th. Freddie 31st, we have John 32nd, Christian 33rd, I believe that is Roberto 34th, and then further on down, Neil 35th, but I'm just assuming his points are going to Ben at Alfa Romeo. Those 3 races he subbed, if he wants them back, he can gladly have them, and that would put him probably in the battle for 13th in points somewhere. I'd be 36th. If I would have scored the 8 points that I did when I ran for Many Things, that would have put me 26th in points. And then Venti, Luis, Taylor, Braden, Tristan, Alvin, Forrest, and Walker.
Why'd you gotta mention Tristan?
And that's the wrap on the season.
Well, it is what it is. It's the last time we'll ever have to mention that fuck.
As for me getting P7 in the standings, as for Emerson, Devin, and I, that's our points.
Our
points.
What a lit our points.
Yeah, I got 7th in the points. I swear to God.
Our points.
Our.
Marco could say that about 5th.
Our points.
Neil could say that about 3rd.
Our points.
Well, let me see how many points you guys did for me, because I write these down.
I did 8 and Devin did 12, so we did 20. So you running yourself would have not gotten Troy, and
no, I would have been.
You would have been 8th.
Yeah, I would have had 89 points.
Fuck it, communist Bugs Bunny.
Yeah, our points.
Our points.
Basically.
Emerson is OP.
That shit is amazing. Out here, that's literally my Facebook avatar. Our lane.
I
Good
realize
season.
it's probably not so we'll go. Now I'll try to make it a little bit bigger. I can't really do zoom. I don't know, but it's. Is it control
Look into the
plus?
chat.
It's control
that's-
and your scroll wheel.
Yeah, control and plus worked. So there's the top 20 in points blown up. Get that.
Damn,
Yeah.
Smoke is equal on points to Big Boy. And he just gave up. That hurts.
Oh, and
but
Steven
yeah,
only scored points in like 1, 2, 3, 4 races.
Yeah,
No,
but
make
he
that
was
5.
a little inconsistent. He had a
but
little bit of
the
pace, but he was inconsistent.
Remember the Hungary one was that pity point that Emerson
Yeah,
got?
everybody got pity points at Hungary.
Oh yeah.
It was just 1 pity point.
Honestly,
Honestly, you should have just given a
issues.
half a point.
Well, but but then I'd have a bunch of .5s, dude. That.
Yeah.
Yeah,
True.
nah, that's annoying.
Yeah, what year of F1 is this? When was the last year they used half points?
Who lost?
57.
When they were talking to the Racing Point team principal, I thought we were only taking away 7.5. Me, the fuck?
But I guess final thoughts on this season as a group, and how y'all feeling about next season? Next week, the
Excited.
All-Star Grand Prix. That should be
I'm-
fun.
I'm expecting myself to get into that All-Star after the best of the rest. Yep.
You gotta score a podium in the best of the rest.
Well, I
Well, that's
think
the
you've
challenge.
got some.
Cars?
Gotta be consistent.
What's up?
When are we picking
What's up?
cars?
After the All-Star.
Car picking better be based off championship order, otherwise I'm gonna be really salty. Because
No,
otherwise it just doesn't make sense.
It is.
Well, you what? And what? Are you not gonna win the All-Star?
It's not about winning the All-Star. I don't care about winning the
The All-Star,
All-Star.
it's not going to count for anything, right?
Is there cost and sales for the All-Star race?
What? No, I considered it off of the final race of the season last season.
Got it.
But nah. We'll run with that then. Yeah.
What track do we race on the All-Star?
It'll be one of the new ones. I'll throw a vote. I'll actually throw that vote up now, and we'll have everybody vote on it. So either Zandvoort or Hanoi. It's probably going to be Zandvoort because it's a driver's vote. But
Yeah, Hanoi sucks.
Yeah, I'm gonna just like.
You might as well just announce it's in for it.
Yeah.
I know it's easy, boys.
what?
I know it's easy.
No.
It is easy. People suck
is.
because the walls are close,
Yeah.
and people
I'll-
like to hit walls.
I'll miss an apex and then there goes my lap.
You will probably outbreak yourself.
Missing your apex and then goes your lap, that's like every fucking track, retard.
No.
What Apex is these days.
You can miss your apex anywhere.
At
The
least
fuck?
we
What
didn't
does Hanoi
mention-
have to do with this?
At least we didn't mention brake lockups. Oof.
Second to last corner at China.
I'm glad I only locked up twice on my last pair of soft tires. I counted.
Only twice on a 2-lap stint you did on them softs. Congratulations.
Thanks, man.
I only locked up twice. That means you locked up once per lap, which was
Yeah.
the second to last corner.
Oof.
What a shit show of a driver.
Don't expect quality
Alright.
from me. Alright, stream. I think I'm just gonna end it here. Thanks for tuning in. For I am too. But yeah, that's gonna be it. I'll stream the All-Star race. Or if I get into it, I'll at least stream the best of the rest race. Ooh.
So the top 6 in points are locked in. I'm I'm pretty sure Troy has won an EWRL F1 race sometime.
Is Troy
But
is
I don't-
Troy
The pro?
Remember,
I don't
he-
think
remember-
I don't think he.
Remember, he deja vu'd, and then the very next week he won.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Winner at Spain or some shit like that.
Anyway, poll is going. I'm gonna go ahead and
Yeah.
close out the stream here.
I'll do the same.
Thought that shit was already over.
Nah.
It's just banter at this point.
Yeah, that usually goes on, and that'll conclude our coverage of the Extreme World Racing League's Formula One 4th season. We'll still continue coverage next week with the EWRL F1 All-Star Grand Prix. Of course, the Best of the Rest Grand Prix will precede that. Same time next week, make sure you tune in. Sunday evening, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 11 p.m. Greenwich.